Coach Thompson's legacy is so big, and he casts such a great shadow over that university that I think is something that I hope is not taken lightly, and I hope the things that he did don't get erased.
McNutt with her 201st career three, second most in Hoya's history. That reverses it to Sugar Rogers.
More than anybody I think I've ever known that was successful at a high level in the game of basketball, Coach Thompson really saw it as a vehicle. Yeah, he talked to us about the game and occasionally cussed us out, but he also talked to us about beyond that. And for me, he knew that I wanted to get into media, and he was super supportive of me, willing to reach out to contacts on my behalf. The last time I saw him, he actually told me that he was proud of me and to keep going. And so that was super special.
Okay, so if we go with the half court, then I think maybe you got to get into considering some junk defenses. 8 rebounds, but the defense he played on LeBron and the huge block down the stretch. Let's go!
He was incredibly forward-thinking, and I think behind the scenes, the things that he did in terms of making sure Black people had opportunities. When I was at Georgetown, Terry Williams-Fennoy, my head coach, who's now at Auburn, we had an all-Black staff. And again, I mentioned privilege to you earlier. Like, I didn't think anything of that. Like, our coaches listened to the same music we did. We could talk the same way. Like, I didn't think anything of it. But now when I'm out calling games or talking with young women, and they speak of the disconnect with their coaching staff, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, even down to the conversation this year, which has been about why there are so few women head coaches in the women's game, right? I didn't think anything of it because I had a Black female head coach. But Coach Thompson, supported her. Now we're doing this doc because women's basketball is starting to finally be elevated in a way that it should be celebrated. But he was in our practices and watching our games because he loved basketball and because he loved the athletes, like student athletes. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to know him and now to know JT3 and Ronnie as well. That's truly a man that was ahead of his time.